Hey everyone, Lisa Farrar here, your holistic health coach, helping you reach limitless well-being. And I wanted to share a few really good tips with you. We're coming into summer, lots of cookouts, lots of parties. I'm really excited for it. Summer's my favorite and I love sitting around a fire. But what I have experienced in the past is when you go to these parties, you eat a lot of different foods, you're really excited to try everything, and you wind up feeling bloated and pretty miserable because you overindulge and you mix a lot of different foods together, and that creates a lot of gas in the tummy. So I want to share with you a few really quick tips to avoid that belly bloat and that uncomfortableness, to avoid that overindulgence. If you're like me, you work pretty hard all week to eat healthy and to exercise, take care of yourself. You don't want to self-sabotage all of that on the weekends when you go to some cookouts. So, tip number one that I want to share with you today is to eat a couple of hours before you go to an event. I know this sounds counterintuitive because you want to enjoy the food there. But if you eat a healthy meal a couple hours before, you allow that food time to digest into your system, and you give yourself a little breathing room. You're not super starving by the time you get to the party. And if you get to the party and the food's not ready in time, you have to wait. You're not hangry by the time that you get to eat, where you're gulp, 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 and oh, I think I need a second plate. Oh, I think I should maybe go get a third plate. You avoid that as long as you eat a substantial meal a couple to a few hours before you actually go to the event. It cuts back on the overindulgence incredibly. My second tip for you is to pick 3 foods that you want to eat at your party or cookout. So if you show up and you see this big spread of food on this long table, everybody's brought something, it's a big hodgepodge of food, just pick out 3 things. That's it, just 3 things that you're gonna eat. You fill up your plate with those 3 things, and if there's something else that you absolutely have to try, you don't wanna leave without trying it, then have just a little bite. But what else you can do would be to ask the person who made it for the recipe so you can make it on your own at a later time, so you're not overindulging and causing a lot of bloat and mixing a food in your stomach. Another thing that you can do to keep yourself to the 3 foods would be to ask for a doggy bag. Take a little bit with you. You don't have to eat it right then. You can always go back and eat it later. That food will still be there. It's just food. Which leads me to my third point. You want to keep the focus on why you're actually there. Don't be so focused on the food that you miss out on all of the social interactions with your friends and loved ones that you want to be spending that time with. So take a moment before you go into the party to really set your intention that you are going to be spending time with those that you love and not so focused on the food. So those are my top 3 tips for you to avoid the overindulgence and the belly bloat when you go to your awesome summer parties. I know you're gonna have a great summer. I'm so excited for it. And for those of you that need a little bit more support and guidance in furthering your journey to the healthiest you that you can find, that limitless well-being, if you will, I am offering a complimentary lose the belly bloat strategy session. And this session is a time where we can speak one-on-one over the phone. You can get a lot of clarity on why you may not be fitting into those favorite pair of jeans that you really want to wear, or why you're just really holding on to that excess weight. And you'll be able to get a clear understanding of what foods might really be affecting that belly bloat and have an understanding of what to do to move forward, what step you need to take next. And you'll get the motivation to really take action and take that next step. So I would love to have you sign up for a session. You can click below the video to go sign up for a Lose the Belly Bloat strategy session, and I look forward to speaking with you. If you know anyone else who would benefit from these tips or from the strategy session, please feel free to share. I have a limited number of sessions this month, so if you are interested, make sure you sign up as soon as possible because they will go quickly. So thank you all for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great week, everyone.